Hello, gentle viewers. This is Abindian welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 21 with the Baltimore Orioles and a season that ended in disappointment. I'm really actually quite sad about it, but it is what it is. We have to move on with our lives, so that's exactly what we'll do. We got so many good contributions from so many players, and then the end of the season turned around and we just kind of crapped the bed. We really need to upgrade the bullpen, and I think that's got to be it's got to be a priority for this offseason as well as upgrading at center field. But let's get some of these decisions taken care of first. How much money do I have for extensions? I have no money. Thanks, game. I appreciate that. Luis Garcia. Why? Garcia is a really talented second baseman. But of all the players I want to crack open the checkbook for, I don't know that he's the first one. What about Mr. Rushman? You know what? How about a 5-year deal for $10 million a year? How does that work for you? No. All right. Here's my issue with you. You're not budging on. What if I offered you $10 million? Okay, he would take that, which would give me a tiny bit of money for extensions. Go ahead and submit the offer. That's fine. Jeremy Walker, I need to kill your salary just a bit. How does that sound? No. Okay, great. Clay Holmes, I don't want you. I'm just going to go ahead and withdraw and non-tender you to save a bit of cash. Jordan Guerrero, you really crapped the bed toward the end there. I don't really approve of that. You should not do that, please. Let's give you a modest raise and see how that trips your fancy. Okay, done. Dowie. Your walk rate is killing us. You put so many people on base and you get hit that you're also not an ideal relief pitcher. But you also don't want that big a raise. And I'm willing to give you a shot to earn it next season. All right. We're making our 1-year deals. Mr. Zach Pop. You gave me 80 okay innings. That's worth another year's salary, I think. Done. Leaving us with Luis Garcia. Now. Okay, let's step back. Of all the players we want to lock up long term, who do we want to lock up the most? Jack Leiter, Daniel Cabrera, Adley Rutschman are the big three. Those are the three I have to lock up. I would also add into the let's definitely lock them up category one Emerson Hancock. Mr. Leiter. No, you want to go on the 1 year deal, team. You want to get all the money you can. I don't begrudge you that, but your contract's going to have to wait until after Syndergaard is off the books. So the question is locking up Luis Garcia worth it? Could I get Hancock, actually, to sign an extension right now? Ooh. I can't. I can't. Not until Mr. Rushman's contract is settled. You're even giving me team options at the end of it. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to cut all those by $1 million each and see if you take this new deal. And I'll give you a bit more in the team option years. Nope. He just instantly decides that's not going to happen. Fuck. I probably got too cute there. Like, if I can get you to take a step up in salary that's more gradual, I'm happy to give you the money you think you deserve. How's about that? Nope, now you want even more money. You know what? Just give me my 1 year deal for now, and then we'll talk long term maybe next season. Really? Alright, fine. I still got a bit of a savings over what he was wanting earlier, but it's all I've really done is kick the can down the road. I don't want to offer a minor league extension to Duri Carrasco. You know what? How would you like to stay in the minors for this team? Sure. Caden, you can come back too if you want to come back at a minor league minimum salary. And I also offered it to Beckwith too. That seems good. Let's go ahead and advance a bit and see what kinds of decisions people make. Oh, that's such a bad deal. That Garcia. I should have taken the deal he offered, except I'm not. Okay, fine, whatever, dude. You know what? You can rehab to the minors. Okay, fine. Demote Reese Hines just so I've got a spot for Jerkface McGee here. There we go. Okay, everyone signed their contracts. I still have no budget, though. And I'm not going to have one next season either. Thanks, game. Oh, sorry, I needed a new manager for AAA. Don't worry, I'll take care of it in a second here. A Gold Glove for Rushman. Very nice. It's his first one. Well done, my friend. Well done. Sorry about that. What's our next step? We need to start getting rid of players that aren't going to fit us. DL Hall, you're gone. I know what I was meant to do. I haven't forgotten. Prospects only, please. I know I'm not getting much for value for Mr. Hall here, but I also know that he's not worth keeping around. If I had regulars, what does that change? Not much. I don't want to trade Hall for nothing. What if I ask for just prospects, period? Because I could always just pick up some relief pitchers. We were a bit off on that particular aspect of our game last season. No, you know what? We might just have to make some sacrifices and just waive a few people. Okay. Mr. Perez. Okay. Who most needs to be off the 40-man? I obviously need a new center fielder. I mean, Kendall kind of turned it around last season. Maybe he deserves a shot to earn the center field job. Brian Miller ain't happening. I think, again, we overbet on him after one decent season. What if I shop you in addition to DL Hall? Can I get a really good replacement center fielder? Here he is. I'm not even getting 50s offered to me. Oh, tell a lie. Wait, what? I'm very confused. Okay, you're actually a relief pitcher, but you're actually also like played center field like once in college. All right. Whatever, bro. No. None of these guys are going to be any better than Miller. I can look at a couple more of them, but yeah, it's just we don't have a better choice. Because the problem is you're telling people who can barely handle center field. You're not giving me actual center fielders. Yeah, that's fine. One more for all players, maybe? Like a nice upgrade in the relief pitching department wouldn't be amiss. Mr. Olivares. Mr. Neely. Mr. Vizcaino. Mr. Vizcaino, do we add him? I think maybe we do. I do like players like you. But not so much... Oh, actually, unless... You wouldn't take up a 40-man spot, would you? No, you would. Damn it. Oh, well. Then you know what? Let's go ahead and grab Vizcaino. I think he's a good fit for this team. TL Hall, let's set you to available. Complete trade. And then I'll add you to the roster. What else? Who else on the 40-man probably doesn't deserve to be there anymore? Who do we definitely have to add? Hendrick for sure. Let's make Kendall a center fielder for right now, just as kind of a play setter. All right. Perez, guys like you are a dime a dozen. Lorenzo's better than you in every conceivable way. Waived. O'Neal Cruz, you gone. Kevin Padlo, Reese Hines is better at your job than you are. You gone. I'm going to try to waive Syndergaard again and see if someone else will take him off my hands for me. But I know it probably won't work. I needed to make a decision about either Lotz or Torrell. Let's add other people that need to be added. Okay, Mr. Quintana. Shit. I now have 3 quite good outfielders, and I really don't want to crowd the 40-man with them, but I guess it's not the end of the world if I do. Because Quintana still isn't ready to hit yet. Can I really afford to spend 3 of my precious 40-man spots all on outfielders? And then maybe one on Hernandez, since he's my possible replacement for Garcia if I give up on him. I guess that's what we do. Let's add you all to the 40-man. Who gets promoted? Starting with Mr. Mike Keith. Pretty good numbers. 14 starts. Only gave up 5 homers. Struck out more than he walked. Walked still a bit of a problem. No rush to hurry him up. Herrera got his ass beat. Definitely staying in the minors. Reese pitched very effectively. Reese, you're promoted to high A. Mr. Fabian, you struggled in high A. I'm going to keep you there. Mr. Hernandez, you weren't in Double A for very long, but you made a pretty good impression. I'm going to let you try Triple A. probably also do without Brady Encarnacion. Although his movement is much closer to acceptable, so I'd probably give him at least a shot in the rotation in the near future. Quintana. You did okay, I guess, in Double A. I can promote you. Hendrick, you're extremely close to Major League ready. I think I'm going to put you in AAA for now. And then see what happens. Mr. Corona Jr. I don't approve of how your offensive ability seems to actually be regressing, if anything else. Although you did hit for the highest average in your career, and you've proven that you're ready for AAA. Okay. I've got a bunch of interesting players. Let's package some to get us an upgrade at Centerfield. And that's where we are right now. And I think the most expendable players on this team are Hines and one of these three outfielders. Or Hines and Lotz. Ooh. I wonder how that would work out for us. Did we get a Silver Slugger? I bet we did. But we didn't. Oh, Silver Slugger hasn't happened yet. Right, Reliever of the Year was today's award. Okay. Hines. You and Mr. Lotz. I would like a center fielder, please. Can I get at least a 55 to 60 level center fielder if I give away 2 quality players? I'm getting some 50s. There's a 55. It's my old friend Everson. Ooh. Everson might be just what the doctor ordered. I'm still going to look to see if we can do even better. I know I'm a sucker for these kinds of center fielders. Could I get a scouting report? We don't know very much about him. I don't want to be giving away the ghost. I'll focus on the 55s and 60s right now, but I'll come back for the 50s. Mr. Garcia. Tempting. Very tempting indeed. How's about a scouting report on him? You can't really play center, so I'm just going to ignore you. Greg Jones would be an average second center fielder. I mean, I guess. Jeremy De La Rosa. Okay, you're ready for the majors right now. And you could get even better. You have instantly moved to the front of my list. And you're at the end of the list. Okie dokie. Oh God, why is my draft budget so massive? No. Let's cut that in half. And see where that gets me. Look at all this money I've got now. Okay. Of all of our existing players who just signed a new contract, we actually have to wait for the league year to turn over. That's true. Let's sim up a few more days and then see what these scouting reports turn out to be. Meh. Rushman got one, Cabrera got one, and that's all we got. But that's pretty good. That's two. Oh, and Luis Garcia. Nice. I didn't get any votes for Rookie of the Year? That's strange. Or Manager of the Year. I got a Cy Young winner, which is pretty tasty. Well done, Leiter. I'm going to wait on you. I'm going to wait for the league year to roll over, and then we're going to start looking at some people here. Oh my god, you're an even better power hitter than I thought. But you're so raw. You don't solve the most immediate problem, which is I need a center fielder right now. I hate this. I hate that you're torturing me with this game. You know I love players that play good defense and hit home runs. You know that. This would be a risk of uncalculated proportions. Whereas Jeremy De La Rosa offers us more stability. I'm going to have a think about this. Can I get all of you to go to the minors? Fuck you, Noah Syndergaard. Can I trade Noah Syndergaard? He's only got 1 year left on his no, he'll only have 1 year left on his contract later on. Damn it. Fine, you unbelievable asshole. You can go back to the majors, even though I don't want you there. I'm gonna leave Syndergaard on the roster. Someone might claim him eventually. Wonder how close Daniel Cabrera was to getting what we hoped he would. Was he anywhere near the MVP conversation? He was. He was definitely up there. Nice. Okay. We'll also check free agency, but I don't think we're going to be big players in free agency. I just don't think it's worth it to us. Like, okay, there is one and only one free agent I would kick the can on, which is Fernando Tatis Jr. And good lord, does that man want to get paid. Totally justifiably. But there is literally no way we can afford him. It cannot be done. I'm going to pretend I didn't even see him there, as sad as that makes me. Okay, so there are center field options in free agency, which is very good to know. I do want to upgrade the bullpen. That's another focus of mine. But not at the expense of signing our own players. So, we're going to wait till the league year rolls over, and then we'll make some informed decisions. I could reunite Jacob deGrom with Noah Syndergaard. It's not the worst idea I've ever heard. But no, we're going to wait until the new league year rolls over. And then we'll make some decisions there. Tatis Jr. signed with the Astros. If they've got the money to throw around, they can have him. Do we pull the trigger on De La Rosa, or do we go for Perez? I really don't know. There it is. It's a Scout Task List button. Here it is. That is an almost impossible choice. I'm really not sure which of those two players I'd like to target. Like, De La Rosa is legitimately a pretty talented hitter who deserves a shot in the majors. I know that. But I also know that Tony Perez is pretty damn amazing. And I'd like to have someone of his upside in our system. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trade for him, and I'm going to ask what you want for him. You would want a reasonably good shortstop for him, and to that my answer has to be no. What do I got in prospects to convince you to part with him? No, I don't want to trade people on the 40-man. That's right. I offer you Rhys Hines. You'd still want a pretty great second player. And I'm not convinced that Lorenzo's not the answer at shortstop. In the short term. Where is DL Hall? Where is he? Wait, what? Is he out? Did I already trade him? Surely I didn't trade DL Hall already. Am I losing my damn mind? Or did he get... Where is DL Hall? I already traded him. I didn't remember that. Yeah, you know what? I definitely did trade him for Vizcaíno. Alright, so who would I package with Hines now? Oh, Hines and Lots. That was the package. Alright. Shop. Add Lots. Centerfield. Please remove veterans from the list. Thank you. Okay, Pereira's still here. And he still offers what he offers. A great combination of contact and discipline, very good speed, top-notch center fielder. I don't want Ian Happ. Let's also drop regulars, please. I don't want any of these expensive guys. Garcia's still on the table, but I don't like him nearly as much as I do the other fellow. And I can no longer get Tony Perez. I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. You're not very exciting. Looks like I can't even get De La Rosa anymore for what it's worth. That's kind of sad. Wait, someone took Victor away from me? Oh no, it's Victor Mesa Jr. Not Victor Mesa, which is a totally different person. I'm going to pull the trigger for Pereira. I think Pereira is the best choice of these ones that are offered to me. I am giving up 2 talented minor leaguers, but it's for a good cause. Let's grab him. And then I'm going to see if I can get you to toss in another mid-range prospect. Although it probably won't work. Okay, I can get someone like Robert Moore, who's admittedly sort of flawed, but that's still more than I expected. I can't have Tony Benavides, I don't think. You'd make a tasty little bullpen guy. No? Okay. But not Noah Misnick for sure. You know what? I'm not going to keep digging for this. This gets me what I want. Complete the trade. You instantly go right to the Major League roster, Mr. Pereira, and you're going to be a starting center fielder. Okie doke. We could still use an upgrade in the bullpen. That is true. But I think for right now, we're done until the league year rolls over, until I can try to free up some money. I love Bartolo Colon. I'll give him another shot. King Felix is really borderline for me. Like, he got 2,500 strikeouts, but he didn't even get 200 wins. And it's hard. That's a hard sell for me. For someone with less than 200 wins to make the Hall of Fame. I might come back to him. Matt Holliday, no. Tim Hudson, yes. Adam Jones, no. Andrew Jones, I gotta try. Ian Kinsler's borderline. Because Joe Mauer is a catcher, he's worth it. If he played any other position, I wouldn't bother. Brian McCann, maybe. Dustin Pedroia, absolutely not. Nope. Andy Pettit, yes. Aramis Ramirez, yes. Manny Ramirez, yes. Most of you jerks, no. Frankie Rodriguez might make it with or without my help. I'd rather give my help to Scott Rowland. And then CC. I think CC Sabathia gets my last. Oh shit, Ichiro. No, there's no way on earth I can not vote for Ichiro. I gotta do that. Andrew Jones, my bro. I'm sorry, Joe Mauer. You've got more time left on the ballot. I gotta vote for CC and I gotta vote for Ichiro. Submit ballot. If anything, Ichiro's underrated by Ward because it doesn't include his time in Japan. So yeah. All right. We're going to go right to the Rule 5 draft. We'll see who we lose. Pass. Brandon Hendricks is in untouchable mode. Why did this alert me? Was McKenna on my short list? He was on my short list. Oh, he used to play for me. I remember that, sort of. And I'm just going to flat out reject this trade. I don't even want Tristan McKenzie. I've got to have pitchers with good movement. Try to reduce the likelihood that we give up homers. Or they got to be such great strikeout and control pitchers that it doesn't matter. Rule 5 draft. I'm just going to skip this. I don't see any real benefit to it. I do need bullpen help. It is possible to find bullpen help here. But it's whatever. I don't really care. And I didn't lose anybody, which is what mattered most. Right. Please take me over to the start of the league year so that I can start making some offers. Aaron Savali is a bit more tempting as starters go. And he's not asking for all that much. Oh, Gunnar Henderson. You'd be another player to flip, actually. I'll have to think about that. But I don't want Savali. Cleveland is really desperate to give me a bad starter for some prospect depth. And we are getting to the point where, to be perfectly honest with you, we don't have the starting pitching depth we used to have. We have some in the low minors that's coming. But we could probably use another starter or two, if I'm honest with you. It's just that our requirements are so specific that it's really difficult. You stupid jerk. CC got elected. Billy Wagner got dropped. I kind of figured he might. I forgot about Carlos Beltran. I didn't even have him on my list. Damn. I don't think this is what's going to happen to Billy Wagner in real life. I think people won't appreciate him as much as they do the closers among closers like your Mariano Rivera's and your Trevor Hoffman's. But I think Wagner very much deserves it, if any reliever deserves it. Manny might get elected next year. That would be nice. Okay. Right. I got me 19 million burning a hole in my pocket. Of our priority targets. Oh God, Jack Leiter. Shit. Right. Can I lock? No, it's automatic. Cabrera, because he didn't play his full first season in the majors, he won't be a Super 2. That's one nice thing. So there's three players looking for a pretty decent sized payday next season. The two biggest are Leiter and Rushman, and Garcia is right up there. What does Leiter want in a big contract? How about this, my friend? 5-year deal, $11 million a year. Team option at the back end with a $3 million buyout. And I'll even kick up the salary for that year a couple of years. How does that sound? No. Okay. So he doesn't even want to talk long-term contract. Then let's go to Adley Rushman. Adley Rushman also doesn't want to talk long-term contract. God damn it. A 4-year deal, $16 million per. It would buy out his remaining years of arbitration and give me a year of free agency. I think that seems reasonable. Okay, do it. I'm going to give him a couple days to think about it. Garcia's deal's even getting a bit more reasonable. Okay. We got him locked down. Thankfully, we got him locked down. And we even bought 1 year of free agency out of him. This is completely worth it from every possible standpoint. How about 6 years for $12 million per? No. 4 years. No. 5 years for $12 million per. And I'll throw in a couple million at the back end of it. No. Okay. Here's my new idea. I hope you like it. 12, 13, 13, 14, 14. Damn it. I want this 5-year deal. I will even give you this much a year if you take a 5-year deal. He just keeps increasing his costs. Alright. I'll add $1 million each bloody year if you just sign this bloody contract. You've got me over a barrel lighter and I don't appreciate it. Agreed. That's 2 locked down. That's 2. If I can get Cabrera locked up, that'll be the other. Actually, getting Hancock signed now while he's still cheap would also be a good idea. Oh god, that gets ridiculous very quickly. But now let's think about this. This actually gives me a very interesting possibility. Because in 3 years he'll be 28. He will almost certainly opt out of this contract. I could then talk to him about a new one and then we can see how the rest of the lineup looks. I'm very tempted by that deal, actually. Who else is coming up? I think it comes down to Garcia and Cabrera. Let's wait until lighter signs. Kansas City Royals move to Columbus, as they do. Oh my God. Lighter. You're killing me, bro. He wants a mega deal. He's a fantastic pitcher. This is extremely risky. Now, let's be clear. This is way below market value if we signed him as a free agent. Excuse me. If we take it, we're kissing Garcia goodbye. I cannot afford both of them. If this is how much money he's getting. Unless I basically opt out of Kepler's contract, which isn't a terrible idea, and maybe that's a route to move forward with this. What if I gave you an opt-out? No, it's too risky. It's too risky. Give me 2 team options at the end of it, and I'll call it good. I've got to make this deal. If Garcia goes, I'll be sad, but I can find players who approximate his value. An ace pitcher is the most valuable commodity in Major League Baseball. I've got to make this deal, even though I don't want to. Damn. Damn. Okay. Okay. We haven't scouted him in a while. I'm going to be super pissed, by the way, if his value drops now that I've scouted him. How much do I have left for extensions? A tiny bit. I also have a bit for free agents, which is also worth exploring. Now, remember a couple of things here. First of all, we cannot lose Garcia or any of these other guys because they're under our control. We have them for arbitration. Jaron Kendall, I'm going to save you some time. You're delusional. I am not paying you $3 million a year. Hancock will still give me this deal. I'm going to take it. And then that just leaves Garcia. I still have very low ability in him. And he actually lost movement. No, he didn't. That was in July. That's strange. Whatever. I hope Leiter's contract doesn't bite me in the ass, but I've got a feeling it's possible. Okay, we got Hancock. I've still got a tiny bit of cash, possibly for Garcia. You know what we're going to do? No. No. Daniel Cabrera, where are you? Oh, never mind. You cannot enter arbitration next year. Which might make this the perfect year to actually give you the mega deal. What if we do this? I will literally take just this. Nope. He's not stupid. That would have been amazing if it worked, but it didn't. So, whatever. Yeah. Jaron Kendall, I would like this to be made extremely clear to you. You're fucking delusional. You're not getting $5 million out of me. It's not happening. Did Bobby Witt Jr. even hit that well this year in AAA? He really hasn't. Do we trade Bobby Witt Jr.? Do we trade him? Like, trading him creates the issue that when Arenado's gone, and I'm probably not going to be able to re-sign him, which is totally fine with me. Just for the lulz. Yeah, he's pissed at me. Well, you should be pissed. Garcia's contract has an opt-out. And here's the real bonus. Even if he opts out, even if he doesn't opt out, this is still a very reasonable contract. Now, mathematically, one of these contracts is going to bite me in the ass. And there's nothing I can do about that. But I want to keep our young core together so we can reach many playoff appearances. Excuse me. Oh, God, that was disgusting of me. I apologize. I've got to try it with him. But yeah, one of these contracts is going to fuck me over. And it's just going to be a question of which one it is. It's probably going to be Leiter. If I'm honest with you, of all the players whose contracts might not be worth it, it's probably going to be Leiter. Rushman too, possibly. But I can live with that. Bobby Witt Jr. I should at least test the market for him, right? Maybe I start getting Hernandez here to start playing third. You know what? Let's set your position a third and just teach you a new position just in case. He does drop quite a bit because he's never played the position before, but we'll let him try to earn it up. Bobby Witt. Give me a scouting report on him if you would. That seems fine. Okay. So, here's the plan. I opt out of your contract next season to let Hendrick take over. Hendrick is already very close to his value now, and he's still got a bit of room to grow this year. So we're going to let him play AAA and see how he likes it. Quintana is probably going to make the roster at some point in the next couple seasons. There's no rush on him. We got tons of possibilities here. We've got Gunnar Henderson if we need an interim third base prospect. We've got good old Harold Cole, who can sort of play second. We now think Garcia's potential is 70. Oh, right. That was the issue. I clicked on OSA. Okay, once I'm on OSA, how do these players look? Okay, now I've got more complete information. Can I get absolutely anything for Syndergaard now? Any position, if I can improve my team, I will trade Noah Syndergaard. You're only giving me players with even worse contracts. Do any of you have, like, a team option in your contract? Nope. All of these would be terrible decisions. If what they could do in real life, actually, they can agree that the player opts out of the contract. If I knew Chapman was going to opt out after the following season, I would do this. But otherwise, Syndergaard offers me no value. I might as well just cut him, actually. Because I got to pay him anyway, right? This at least gives me a roster spot. I could turn him into, let's say, like a reliever. You know what? Fuck it. We'll make him a reliever this year. And then we can look for either a cheap starter or a cheap reliever to help fill out the roster. Yeah, Garcia's probably reached his value. He probably won't be much better than this, which is fine. Okay. Back to the question at hand. Do we trade Bobby Witt Jr.? Let's see what our scout tells us first. Because here's the thing. I see his ratings. I understand his ratings. But his actual performance tells me he's never going to reach his potential. Or if he does, it's going to take a much longer time. And a few people just kind of made minor changes here and there. Nothing too exciting. Wait, is he really? Oh, no, that's what I offered him. That's right. We have very high confidence he's actually still going to turn out to be a pretty good player. You know what? Mr. Witt, I'm going to let you play in AAA, and we'll see how you turn out. There's no point in trading him now when his value is at its least. Let's check the free agent market. Is there a good reliever or a good starter to add? I mean, Jacob deGrom. I'm apparently going after all the former Mets. You know what, Mr. deGrom, I'd like a scouting report on you before I make a decision. Fan interest is extremely high, which is exciting. Let's sim a week. He's been injured a lot. But, oh, his contract demand's even cheaper now. You know what? Let's reunite you with your old pal. And I can let you try to compete for a rotation spot. There we go. And I still don't have a manager for AAA. I'm sorry, guys. Kevin Cash. Promoted. And then I'll hire someone new for the Sally League. You know what, Sonder? Welcome. You can be my A manager. Oh, I've got to put him on the Major League roster, don't I? What this does is gives me a couple of options. First and foremost, I would love to give Hendricks some time to develop in AAA because he's never pitched in AAA. And it also takes some of the pressure off of, say, Tim Cate, who can then slide into the 5th starter role while DeGrom takes the 4th starter role. We got Syndergaard, who's going to be an amazing reliever now. I feel confident about that. I don't feel confident about that, but anything's possible. Yeah. I think this is okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. And I definitely think Lorenzo will have every chance to win the shortstop job out of spring training. I just need more out of him. Like, if he gave me this A-ball season, I would be super delighted. Hell, if he gave me the previous season's A-ball season, I'd be at least kind of delighted. But if he can't even hit 200, it's not worth it. It really isn't. Spring training begins. Hey. And some players got promoted. Beautiful. Anyone who deserves a shot in spring training. Definitely Mr. Corona. Matheny. Bernovich. Henderson's hurt, so it's kind of a waste of time. Ricky Perez. Cole. Ian Moeller. Definitely. I think that's a fine start. Still he's with quite a few open spots. So you know what? DeJesus. Ramirez. That works. Riggio. Sure. Clark. I can dig that. Okie doke. Bench coach, earn your money. Give me the greatest team of all time. I mean, you're letting Noah Syndergaard in the rotation, which I don't love, but I also don't care right now. And all depth charts, all lineups, get people in there. Let's go already. Okay. And then, my dear friends, we shall sim to the end of spring training. And then we'll set up the roster, but I don't think we'll set the lineup in the rotation just yet. Okay, you will give me a reasonably good starting pitcher. You're gonna eat most of his salary, and you're gonna throw in an interesting catching prospect. And all you're asking me for is a mediocre outfielder. Done. Oh, I do need to free up a spot on the 40-man, don't I? You know what? Jaron Kendall, I'm gonna go ahead and not waive you. That would be stupid. Poop. And my team would be mega sad if I let Clay Fisher go. Who the freak is Casey Schmidt? Oh. You're kind of a two-way player. Neat. Who can I kick off the 40-man to make room for Senor Lopez? Manoah? Actually, trading Manoah wouldn't be a terrible idea. I don't think he'll ever be all that successful for us in the majors. Let's trade him. Only prospects, please. All players, though. I'm getting names. I'm not getting what seems like very good names, but I'm getting names. I'm going to focus on age because I would like this player to not take up a 40-man spot. Very tempting, actually. But no, you offer the same weaknesses that Manoah currently does. I'm getting a lot of names, though, which is really great. Alright, so we're going to go by age. I really wish... Come on, make these columns sortable, game. Okay, Mr. Geraldo is a great shortstop, and I also can't take him because he's going to cost me a 40-man spot. And the entire point of this trade is to free up a 40-man spot. Aquino wouldn't be a bullpen upgrade. But no. I'm literally clearing space for a starter, so... Max Meyer? Now, Mr. Meyer, you're a nifty little relief pitcher. I quite like you. You have a lot of potential as an upper tier swingman. I think you'd strike out enough people that the home run rate wouldn't be an issue, but I'm not confident about that. Okay. In terms of raw ability, he's the best choice. But the thing is, I wouldn't let him start, and I don't want him to get bitchy if I don't immediately make him a starter. Whereas Meyer maybe isn't going to be quite as grumpy and is actually just a better fit for this team overall. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trade for Max Meyer. And I know that means he's going to have to go on the 40-man, which actually just kicks the can down the road. There's Pablo Lopez. I'm going to trade Juan Kim. I think he's always going to be problematic here in Baltimore. Let's see what else I can get. It's not that I don't like him as a player. It's that I just don't think he's a good fit in Baltimore. And we can maybe do better. All right, Mr. Amador. is a pretty good shortstop who can hit. Well, I've got loads of those. Antoine Kelly. No, you're not helping me, game. Let's just remove pitchers from the equation. Let's only look at batters, because those are going to be more likely to not be an issue. Daniel Torres, I think him being eligible for the 40-man isn't the issue. It's whether he's got a contract, because I can always just take a good prospect, see how he pans out, and then decide from there. Ethan Hearn is a potentially nice backup catcher. Actually, potentially very nice. Let's keep looking, though. San Quentin is a reasonably good hitter. Jashia Morrissey is an okay hitter that's actually more of a second baseman, but second base has locked down for a while. Kobe Mayo's got some nice power at third base. And he's hit every year in the minors. He just hasn't actually had a chance to test himself. I could push him right to Double-A and see how he handles it. You're actually quite an interesting choice, Mr. Mayo. Slade Wilkes is definitely Slade Wilkes. Antonio Cabello. Interesting, not mind-blowing, but interesting. Anthony Villar. Don't really need a player like that. I think I'm going to take Kobe Mayo for two specific reasons. First, I want competition for Bobby Witt if Witt doesn't improve. And second, he's just a good fit. And it's really confusing to me that I look at his minor league track record and see they never promoted him above rookie ball until last year. He should be in Double-A. And that's exactly where I'm going to put him. Let's do it. I mean, I can ask for more, but they'll probably tell me no. I wouldn't mind another catching prospect, if I'm honest with you. Just one more catching prospect to maybe become a backup someday. I'm not looking for a major league genius. I'm looking for someone who can hit every once in a while and not hurt the team when he does. Those are going to be hard to find. You know what? Would you give me Israel Lopez? I know he's not a great hitter, but he's pretty good defensively. And maybe one more catching prospect, like maybe Mr. Borges here. Needs to think about it. I'll give him some time to think about it. He should come back to me pretty quickly. Honus Wagner had a dog named Jason Weatherby. That's amazing. That's so good. I love it. Player development. Brady Encarnacion's becoming problematic again. Adley Rutschman's starting to slip. He is starting to slip. Other players are doing other things. I kind of expected this would start happening soon. It is what it is. I have to give you something else. How about, hear me out here, one of the greatest pitchers in Major League history, Noah Syndergaard. What a deal, right? Hell, I will even eat part of his salary. Just enough so that you can afford him. No, I tried. That's fine. I'm gonna drop Borges and we'll just make this deal. It gets me what I want, which is a couple of interesting prospects and it frees up a 40-man spot for Max Meyer. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Let us advance now to opening day. Well, not to opening day, the day before opening day. So I don't get anyone starting service time on them, those sneaky little shits. Oh no. Oh, I could do the Major League Dick move of just putting him on the 60-man DL. Oh, I can't be that mean. Can I? Jack Leiter. Here we go. A manager, you do not get to decide. If his severity is at least moderate, you will bench him. I'm going to tell you to bench him right now for 14 days. It is not worth injuring my most expensive asset for a spring training game. There we go. Let's check and see if there's any interesting minor league free agents. Those are always quite fun. We got a couple. I'm going to offer all of you magnificent sausages minor league contracts. If you take them, great. If you don't, that's fine too. It's not really any skin off my nose. Three weeks for Toral is sad. Oh, fucking manager. If you got Jack Leiter injured, I will murder you in the face. I told you to bench him. Okay. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. Alright. Don't ever fucking do that again, game. Oh no, my backup catcher is gonna miss 2 weeks of the season. Whatever, dude. Okay. Let's start setting things up here. Alright, anybody seriously injured? Handley and Toral both need to go to the DL. Fine. Moeller is better than Handley. Like, better in every conceivable way. Handley, you got pipped, my friend. I'm not gonna put him on the DL. Yes. And then Moeller's gonna make the team. Anyone else injured? Okay. Next up. Let's start trimming the fat. Mr. Lopez, I instantly regret having you now. But I also can't get rid of you. Can I? I cannot. That's fine. Syndergaard, I gotta keep you. So you're gonna be a reliever. Brnovich back to the minors. Encarnacion back to the minors. Pham to the minors. Ramirez to the minors. Sprake to the minors. Let's fly Casey Schmidt as two-way and see what that gets us. It's in here, I know. Here it is. Uses a two-way player. I approve. How many players do I have now? I have 19 pitchers. I still got to get rid of some. Okie dokie. Hendricks, AAA. Max Meyer, AAA. Schmidt, AAA for now. I want him to pitch in the minors for at least one more season. I gotta be close now, right? 16. I still gotta get rid of 3 more relievers. Peak to the minors because Syndergaard's kind of taking your role now. How many of my relievers are lefties? Kate, Dowie, and Fletcher. All right. Thing is, Fletcher was productive. Dowie really wasn't. Kate is best suited as a swingman, so I'm going to go and demote him because, again, I've got Syndergaard to fill that role this season. Gretsch is a better pitcher. But he's never pitched in AAA, so you can pitch in AAA this season. And we're down to 13 pitchers. I think that's fine for right now. Ideally, I'd actually like to have 12. You know what? I do need to demote one more pitcher. But who? That's the issue, right? Vizcaíno, let him pitch a bit in AAA. Yes. Okay, we're down to 12 pitchers now, and I think that's the right number to have. Okie dokie. Mr. Handy. I'm putting you on the DL. Cole, what level did you play at last? High A. Double A, then. Hernais. You've never played in AAA. You can play there this season. DeJesus. Double A. Corona Jr., I need you to play in AAA for me, please. Perez, AAA. Boerhoffen. Clark, what was the last level you played at? Low A. Let's let you try high A. Let's see how you handle that, my dear friend. Matheny. Definitely double A to start out with. Riggio, you've never even passed high A, and you did pretty crappy in high A, so let's let you get more experience there. Still way too many outfielders. Quintana. Triple A. Fabian. Double A. One more outfielder has to go. Hendrick. I'm starting you in Triple A. But this means that Bobby Wood Jr. makes the opening day roster, and I don't think I approve of that. So what other position could we use a bit of a buffer at? Oh, I've lost my starting DH. I have, haven't I? I could call Witt Jr. back up and make him my starting DH. I've heard worse ideas. No, Bobby Witt Jr. is a little bit better. If anyone's going to play the DH, it's going to be him. Yeah, I think making him the DH until Torrell comes back is fine. Someone's got to fill the role, and it might as well be him. And you know what? I like you guys. I'm going to go ahead and actually set both the full roster here. Very nice. You expect me to reach the playoffs. No one in the top 100. But we still have the #1 overall system, which is actually pretty exciting. I dig that. Very much so. The biggest issue right now is we actually need to open up a 40-man roster spot. And apart from Mr. Lopez, who's objectively pretty bad, I don't know who to get rid of. I mean, I love what Graffinino can bring to the table, except for the fact he's a terrible shortstop. And it would be a bit silly to make him a DH. Of these three players, who would I benefit the most from waiving? Thing is, people really like Clay Fisher. That's my issue with him. He's really popular. Although, admittedly, he was actually actively making the team worse last year because he couldn't hit. Clay, my boy, I got bad news for you. I think I have to waive you. It's going to upset the delicate chemistry, but I think we're making the right call. Then I can add Moeller to the 40-man. Can I designate him for assignment? No, because he's injured, so you won't let me do that. That's stupid, but whatever. And then, of all the middle infielders, who would be the most ready to play multiple positions? Hernandez, actually. Oh, what about... No, I can't promote him because I don't have a spot. I don't have a 40-man spot. I mean, Graffino only plays shortstop, which is also true of Lorenzo, which is our biggest issue right now. Neither of you can play another position. And Bobby Witt only plays third. So I need someone that can back up second. Which I think is our buddy Hernais. Let's do it. Could you please get better at hitting? I don't need you to be like a major superstar. I just need you to hit consistently. Like, if you gave me a second season like this one, but in AAA, I would be more than happy to give you the keys to shortstop. Because I know all of my options are flawed. Graffinino is great at getting on base, but isn't a very good shortstop. Lorenzo is a spectacular shortstop whose offensive ability is deeply lacking. So I think we're going to let... Okay, let's actually change gears now and start building our team. Okay, clear this pitching staff, please and thank you. Let's look at pitching ratings. Let's make the obvious calls first. Jack Leiter, you are my starting pitcher. You're my ace. You're my everything. Emerson Hancock, his partner in crime, the number 2 starting pitcher. Pierrette, the youngster, looking to prove himself, the number 3 starter. No, 5-man rotation, please. Jacob deGrom, the veteran, 4th starter. And then the question becomes who the 5th starter is. Pablo Lopez is an abysmal choice. I don't know how you keep doing this, Noah Syndergaard. How you keep convincing me that you're the only choice for the 5th starter. But you know what? You're the only choice for the 5th starter. There's no one else I can pick because you at least throw a bunch of innings and you at least have some potential. Whereas Pablo Lopez as a reliever has quite a bit to offer. As a starter, not so much. Okie dokie. Let's look only at the relief pitchers. Damn it, Syndergaard. I was this close to getting you out of my rotation and you still managed to sneak your way back in. It's not even like he's not productive, but he's also, not that productive. Edwin Diaz. You are the closer extraordinaire. Zach Pop. I think you're going to be my setup guy. Kyle Dowie. I don't know what to do with you. Is your problem that you just have this extreme split? No, you're basically, I have to hope that you strike out more people than you walk. You can be the 7th inning setup guy, at least for now. Jeremy Walker, you are a middle reliever. Jordan Guerrero's a middle reliever. Aaron Fletcher's my lefty killer. Pablo Lopez, long relief, emergency starter. Done. I don't need a second setup man, actually. Like, nobody is so good that I want to give them the 7th inning, so we're just going to do this. And doesn't Pop have... Pop has very low stamina. Okay, I'm not going to push him too much then. And this is a good bullpen. It could be, like, a little bit better. But we can wait for that to happen. Hancock, I'm not taking the leash off you quite yet, but you will be soon. And then we have the mid-2000s New York Mets at the back of the rotation. Okay. Nuke them all. Okay. Batting ratings. Our very best hitter in every sense of the word is Daniel Cabrera. So he needs to be number 3 or higher. Luis Garcia. I still think you're better positioned as a second place hitter. So that's where I'm going to put you. Everson Pereira. You hit for good contact, you draw walks, and you don't strike out very much. That's a leadoff man if I ever heard one. Cleanup. Rushman or Arenado? Rushman's contact is a tiny bit better. Just the slightest bit. So it's going to be Rushman for now. Arenado is going to bat 5th. Ryan Mountcastle, I'm not going to question you anymore. You're going to hit 6th. 7th. Is Kepler, I think. Mr. Kepler, you actually present an intriguing possibility. No, you don't. I was going to say I'd bench you against lefties, which actually like a smart move. But I don't know who would play right field against lefties then. Reiser? No, because he's also a lefty. Fine game. Have it your way. Reiser demoted. Hendrick promoted. Nope, never mind. He's also... Here we go. Here's my right-handed hitter. That doesn't play right. Game, how dare you? No, what makes more sense to keep it is Reiser. Reiser can play all 3 positions. He's a good backup. Kendall's a lefty. Yeah, I don't have any other right-handed outfielders. Oh, Fabian. Done. Reiser demoted. Fabian to the majors. You're going to be my starting right fielder against left-handed pitching. We'll try to stretch Kepler's value as far as we can. Okay. Bobby Witt Jr., I think, is the designated hitter. I think that works. Now, here's an interesting question. If I don't need Graffinino to be my starting shortstop, do I even want him on the roster? I think the answer to that is no. I've made a terrible error if we lose Clay Fisher. I'm going to leave him on the roster for now just because I don't have any other replacements, but I think that's what we're going to go for. Generate depth chart. Looks pretty good. I don't know why you're... I guess it makes sense to spell Witt Jr. every now and again. Make sure Cabrera gets a day off, sort of. This looks good. I like it. I don't like you forcing Kendall into the lineup, though. That bothers me. Go ahead and play him every 10th game. Now, let's take this lineup, and we're going to paste it, and then we're going to make a couple of changes to it. Mr. Kepler, you will be replaced by Judson Fabian. We'll play right field. I know he's not a great right fielder, but that's also not the point. The point is to keep Kepler out of the lineup when he can't contribute meaningfully. And this works. I dig it. Plus, we now have the benefit of an actually talented shortstop who can play the position quite well, who should hopefully make some of our pitchers a bit better. I think this is a very strong opening day roster. We've got loads of power in it, which I love to see. Like, of everyone in this lineup, Pereira's got 35 power, Garcia's got 40, everyone else has 50 or above. Well, Lorenzo's got 45, fine. 6 of your 9 starters can arguably hit 15 to 20 homers, and maybe even more. That's crazy. We've got a very young rotation with a couple of veteran linchpins. Maybe with a competent shortstop, maybe Syndergaard will suck less this year. Who knows? Our bullpen is still the one part I'm not super comfortable about. I'd like at least one more truly outstanding relief pitcher before I'd be totally comfortable. We've got players that fit their roles, but I think rushing someone to the majors would be a good idea. Last thing we're going to do, because we haven't done this at all yet, we're going to go to the prospect pipeline. Sorry, the rookie draft. And we're going to start scouting for this season. Draft pool. No one signed Pacheco? Damn. I wonder why he can't get the time of day from a major league team. He got taken by the 4th overall pick and the 8th overall pick. Crazy. Right. I know this is going to drive me crazy next episode, but I want to get a nice, broad overview of whoever is available in these various positions. I'm going to go all the way down to the 55s, and I'm going to tell my scouting director, get to work. You can skip Sam Carver, actually. I've already got high scouting knowledge of him. Shit, I could even go into the 50s. But no, I'm going to focus on these. It's 24 players. Chances are at least one of them is going to fall to me. Maybe more than one. And then we can make an informed decision. But that's going to end this episode. I really hope you guys are enjoying the series thus far. Last season was a disappointment. I know we didn't add a ton this offseason. But I think what we added really is going to matter. We've added an additional starting pitcher who knows what he's doing. We've upgraded at shortstop just by virtue of having a great defensive shortstop. We added a leadoff hitter and a new center fielder. And we're going to get a chance to see if Bobby Witt Jr. can actually handle the major leagues. I'm not super confident, but anything's possible. But until next time, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.